Bergen in at the point guard because of the injury to Dylan Darling. And then the starters for Utah Valley and their head coach Todd Phillips should be Dominic Nelson, Tanner Toulson, Trevin Linhart, Cyrus Grady, and Carter Welling. And the tip is going to be controlled back, and it will go into the hands of Trevin Linhart, redshirt senior at 6'4". Go wide on that far wing for Andy Toulson. They'll lob it inside, and quickly going to have a foul whistled on Connor Hollenbeck as they try to feed Carter Welling.
One of the things you see right away, Scott, one of the taller, longer teams that we face this season.
It is. Now, when you look at these guys at Utah Valley, they're tall and long, but they're not necessarily wide body players. They're not big and physical. Here's a three ball put up from the near side corner, missed by Toulson. And Jake O'Neal, what do you know? A rebound for Jake O'Neal. We'll talk about him as evening goes along. He is 8th in the NCAA in double-doubles, and he gets a lot of those because of his rebounds. Here's Isaiah Griffin. Bengals in white tonight with the orange numerals and trimmed in black. Utah Valley in the road black uniforms with the green numerals trimmed in white. Long three ball put up off the right wing by A.J. Bergen. A little bit too long, and a rebound quickly into the front court by the Wolverines. They'll swing it far side. Linhart with a spin move, double team. Bergen makes him give it up. Here's Grady out on top with it. Now over to Toulson. Andy Toulson, the fourth Toulson family member to play here. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. Here's a strip on the baseline.
Great play, quick hands there.
Connor Hollenbeck got in there and stripped that away. No score as of yet. 18:40 to go here first half. A.J. Bergen takes the ball between the rings. Couple of dribbles to his right. Reverse back out on top. Hollenbeck drives down the lane. Off the glass and good.
Strong move, really aggressive there. Utah Valley coming out, but great ball movement by the Bengals on that possession.
And that's what's going to make Idaho State tough as the season goes along, the way they share the ball. Here's Trevin Linhart. He'll drive to the baseline near side. Carter Welling with an up fake, and wow, should have been a walk, I think, maybe on that one first. They're going to get the foul on A.J. Bergen. But I thought there might have been a little shuffle of the feet there, but not the case. They said the contact came first. A.J. took a little shot in the nose. Saw A.J.'s folks make their way in here tonight from San Diego. Good to see Aaron and the family. Here's Carter Welling, gets by on the baseline. He made a spin move and got the hammer dunk down as he got by Isaiah Griffin.
No, that was a good move right there. Just a little bit of a defensive lapse on our part.
A.J. Bergen to Griffin. Out on top, Jake O'Neal. A couple dribbles to his left. Now reverse back over this. They work it around the horn. Right side to Bergen. Down the baseline and going to have a hold against Utah Valley. So apparently they're going to call this one a little tight tonight. The foul is going to go to Tanner Toulson, number 5. That's his first personal.
It definitely looks like they're calling it tighter. And you think about a few of the injuries in this game for both teams, that could really play a factor as we get into the second half, Scott.
I agree with you 100%. So the Bengals will play it in under their own basket on the left baseline. Get it into Evan Otten. I think I forgot to mention Evan as a starter. Here's Jake O'Neal going inside. Had his shot partially blocked, it looked like, by Toulson, or by Linhart. Now ahead to Toulson. Toulson will reverse it back out on top. Carter Welling, far side. That's Dominic Nelson with it. Here's Grady, handles one dribble on top. Looking for Toulson out on the angle right. Trying to back down Isaiah Griffin. Isaiah makes him give it up. 9 to shoot. Driving inside, and the easy layup off the wing goes to Trevin Linhart.
That was a nice look by them.
Utah Valley with their first lead of the night. 4-2 Wolverines here. Wide left, Hollenbeck down on the block. That's Jake O'Neal. Drives underneath, and you're going to have a blocking foul, and that might be the second. Let's see if that's a push foul on Toulson, and it is.
Yeah, that's big right there.
Tanner Toulson picks out, I think I said Andy. Tanner Toulson.
Already making a substitution 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the game.
Yeah, and there's the replay, and you can see Tanner Toulson. And the reason I said Andy Toulson is because that's his dad. And I did his games when he played in Twin Falls back in the 80s. Here's a jump shot by Isaiah Griffin. No. Rebound tip kept alive by Evan Otten, and the Bengals with an offensive rebound, and they'll reset here. Just under 3 minutes gone. Bengals trail 4-2. A.J. Bergen drives down the lane on the left side. Now reverses back to the baseline. Kick far side. Up fake. Drive to baseline. Jake O'Neal got it blocked cleanly. And do we have a jump ball? We do, and that'll go to Idaho State.
Well, you see the size right there, Scott. We had really good ball movement. A.J. made a good pass, but you can see right here the size. Those guys closing out on the ball there.
And then the ball got jammed between the rim and the backboard, so a held ball situation. Bengals will get it. And they'll play it in under their own basket here, baseline left. 16:44 left, first half. Bring it into Hollenbeck. Connor Hollenbeck, pull up 15-footer, nice good. Connor Hollenbeck ties the game at 4.
Nice look out of the dead ball there.
Hollenbeck, such a great jump shooter when he really gets it going, and that mid-range is solid for him. There's a little crossover move. Check it in there. And the runner put up and made by Corey Wells. He was the guy that came in, and I missed his entry into the game. He's a 6'7" grad student, a forward. And he puts Utah Valley back out on top by 2. And now Isaiah Griffin loses the basketball, turnover Idaho State. This is something that Idaho State's done a nice job of, is taking care of the basketball. I would say a little bit of an ill-advised shot by Dominic Nelson.
Rushed it. That's really the first possession that they've kind of rushed. They didn't have numbers there. He kind of forced that shot up.
So the Bengals tried to tie it here or take the lead. Down 6-4, wide right Griffin down on that right block. Here's Connor Hollenbeck. He's got all the points for Idaho State tonight. Wanted the contact and the foul, didn't get it. Ball comes loose. Nelson ahead to Linhart, out on top. Welling, skip it far side. That's going to be Corey Wells with it. Now Welling triggers a 3 ball. That's long off the back iron.
Good
Jake
rebound.
O'Neal with a rebound. And Jake on the run. And they're going to block the dunk. Carter Welling blocked it. Comes out. Here's a 3 ball for the lead. Hollenbeck, no. Evan Otten there for the putback and the tie.
Boy, you saw right there the Bengals, one of the nation's leading rebounding teams. What great effort there on both sides of the ball.
Idaho State already up 5-2 on the rebounds, and they've got 2 offensive rebounds. Corey Wells working off the right wing, comes out on top to Welling, far side. That's Trevin Linhart. Linhart stops at the free throw line. Kick near side corner. Here's a 3 ball. It's an air ball by Dominic Nelson. Good rebound and a save on the baseline by Evan Otten. We talked about this. The team that wins the rebounding battle here tonight is probably going to be the deciding factor, because everything else so even with these teams. Here is Jake O'Neal. Drive. Kick to the corner. Isaiah Griffin wanted to drive. Now steps back. Gives it up to A.J. Bergen, who mishandled. He's going to try to refeed it to Isaiah in that corner. He's got it. Drives. Hangs. Spins. Shot
nice
good.
Move. And I think right now one of the things that has to be encouraging, even with Utah Valley's length, the Bengals really look like the superior rebounding team, at least through these first 5.5 minutes of the game.
Already 2 lead changes and 2 ties. This is as tight as we thought it would be. Now, granted, it's early, but expect it to be this way most of the night. And there is Carter Welling getting inside, and the bucket's going to go. They're going to get the foul on A.J. Bergen. That's 2 on A.J. And
that was really set up by Grady's entry pass was great.
We talked about, and there must have been a technical foul here, because Quentin Meza is in the game shooting free throws, and he missed it. Oh, he grabbed the rim. Okay, Mark Liptak sitting beside us. We did not see that. I was watching the official. So Quentin Meza comes in, hits 1 of 2 technical free throws. Carter Welling hit the shot on this end, but then hung on the rim. So he'll go to the line now to complete a 3-point play. Talking about the rebounds so quickly, 7-2 right now in favor of Idaho State, and 3 of those 7 are offensive rebounds.
No, and again, that's going to be something that's going to transfer when we're playing Montana, when we're playing Northern Arizona, to be able to give the Bengals that advantage.
Carter Welling hits the free throw. Idaho State 4 of 10 from the floor for 40%. Utah Valley at 50%, 4 of 8. So Bengals will inbound, trailing it 10-9.
A little bit of pressure for the first time there out of the dead ball.
So it'll be Meza out on top with it. He's picked up out there by Trevin Linhart. Blake Daberco's checked into the game for the first time tonight as well.
Wow.
Underneath they go. And nice bucket there.
Jake O'Neal.
Idaho State's Jake O'Neal. I was looking away for just a second, and Jake puts the Bengals back out on top, 11-9. Hit that 3-pointer.
I love Jake's aggressiveness early in the game.
Linhart with the basketball. He'll work far side corner out on top. This is Hayden Welling. He drives inside. Nothing
great
there.
Defense.
That probably could have been a foul on Wells over the back, but no call there. As Hayden Welling, the 6'9" junior forward, brother of Carter, on the floor. Jackson Green also into the action for Idaho State. So the Bengals got some subs out there. Only 2 starters left. That's Isaiah Griffin, who drives the bucket now, and he's going to draw the foul. And right now, I think Idaho State's being a little bit more aggressive of the 2 teams.
I think without question, what I love to see is that we're not settling for shots, Scott. I mean, you can see us attacking the basket. We're looking to be aggressive, and then everyone's hitting the boards.
So that foul goes on Noah Tates, who's checked into the game.
Well, in the pace we're on to with fouls, Scott, we might spend the entire last 10 minutes of the half with both teams being in the penalty. I mean, free throws could be a very, very important part of this game.
And here's the second one. Isaiah Griffin gets that one to go after the first one was a miss, and that's an Idaho Central Credit Union free throw. Idaho Central Credit Union is contributing $5 to student athletes for every made Bengal free throw this year. So the Bengals 2 of 4 from the stripe. They lead it by 3 at 12-9. It's their biggest lead of the night. Ball nearly stolen by Meza. Here's Linhart, and then a reach-in foul. Jaden Brown, as he tried to get by, Jaden Brown reached out and got him on the arm. So that'll even up the team fouls at 4 apiece.
Well, and I think one of the things, too, you see, talk about Idaho State's aggressiveness. I see a Utah Valley team who's not really getting into their offense until pretty far along in the shot clock, Scott.
But, you know, at times that kind of mirrors Idaho State.
Yeah.
You know, we see the Bengals usually getting down under 10 and kind of trying to control tempo that way. They're going to lob it in out there on top. That is Kylan Green for the Wolverines, and there's a shot blocked by Idaho State, and coming the other way, Quentin Meza goes up, and that's going to count on the goal. They're going to call a charge.
Whoa.
They called an offensive foul on Quentin Meza. Wowzers. I'd like to see a replay on that one.
No, I think that's...
Now,
I thought for sure it was a goaltending, Scott.
well, I saw a little push, but it was such a delayed call that I thought when the whistle finally came that it was going to be a goaltend. Checking in here, too, is Jackson Holcomb, number 2. He handled the basketball for the Wolverines, gets inside, and there's got to be a missed shot, and that could have been maybe an offensive foul as Jake O'Neal got pummeled down. And, you know, early we said they were calling everything, and now it's a lot of
letting them play a little.
We got 12:08 to go. Bengals up 12-9 here. Meza out on top. Jackson Green, left wing side 4. Jaden Brown. Jaden to O'Neal. Back out to Meza on top. Q will set the offense. Gets a screen from Daberco. Slices into the paint. The floater.
Oh, that's
good.
in there.
Nice move by Quentin Meza for his first field goal, his 3rd point of the night. And Idaho State has built a 5-point lead here at 14-9. Kylan Green handles the basketball, skip far side. Here's a 3-ball, and that's going to rattle off, not good.
Another rebound. No second shots for UVU.
That was missed by Noah Tates, and the rebound to Idaho State. And the Bengals really getting an advantage on the board here. We'll talk about it. They're up 11. You got 11 rebounds now, and then they're going to call a traveling violation on Jake O'Neal. 11-2 is the rebounding numbers I'm seeing right now, and we've got our under 12 media timeout. 11:21 to go in the half. I know they don't have any points on second chance, and there's that play again. Now it could have been goaltending, but the offensive foul
came first.
Idaho State out rebounding Utah Valley 11-2. Utah Valley 69th in the country in rebound margin. Of course, Idaho State, best team in the United States in rebound margin. That's right.
Best rebounding team in America.
Jackson Green is going to get whistled for a personal foul on a reach in there. And for Jackson, that's his first. That's 6 on Idaho State. We've played 8 minutes and 51 seconds. There's been 10 fouls called. 6 against the Bengals, 4 against UVU as Carter Welling comes back into the game here for Utah Valley. Bengals get their starters back out there with the exception of A.J. Bergen, who's got 2 fouls. So Quentin Meza going to have to play a lot here in the first half. Here's Noah Tates. Get it far side over there to Wells. Now back out on top. Kylan Green drives, gets into the paint, and scores. Tough shot by Kylan Green.
Well, and kudos to our reserves, Scott. When they came in, they kind of stretched that lead a little bit out there. So great minutes early in the game from our bench.
Meza, Griffin, O'Neal, and it back out. Now they'll get between the rings again to Isaiah Griffin. Wide right to Meza. Got a little 2-3 zone going. It was kind of a matchup out on top as Meza now gives it back to Jake O'Neal. Down to 5 to shoot for Idaho State. Getting a high screen from Evan Otten, and they are going to call Evan Otten on an illegal screen. Might have been just a little early getting there. I mean, a little late getting there and kind of slid into it.
You could see it a little bit, not standing still there.
So A.J. Bergen's going to have to check in. Now, the one thing to note, Joey Madimba, the transfer from Howard College down in Spring, Texas, is available and eligible to play tonight.
First time.
We don't know how much we'll see him, but chance he'll be in there tonight. ISU Bengal basketball support comes from Lithia, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Pocatello, assisting the boys and girls clubs of Southeast Idaho. With every assist the Bengals make this season, Lithia will make a donation to the club. Here's Holcomb with it. Holcomb down on the baseline. Carter Welly trying to get by and spins right in. And a good shot blocked by Evan Otten. He got some help. He got the backside help from Isaiah Griffin. And then when Welling went up, just a clean swat by Otten.
Just great help defense right there. And what I love, we're not really having to double much. I mean, we're playing guys straight up. We're able to get to the gaps. They're doing a great job.
8th in the nation in blocks is Evan Otten. Leads the Big Sky Conference in swats. Here is Dominic Nelson. Pull-up jumper in the lane from about 13 feet. Good.
That's a nice play right there.
His first field goal of the night gets the Wolverines to within one. 14-13. Bengals on top. 9:45 left in the half. Up on the high post. That's Otten. Hands off a screen. A.J. Bergen drive. Kick to the wing. Driving off the wing is Isaiah Griffin. Couldn't get the shot away, though. Good defense down there by Corey Wells. 5 to shoot for Idaho State. Here is Isaiah Griffin. He'll elevate the 3 ball off the iron. Rebound tapped away from Jake O'Neal. And they're going to say, yeah, okay.
No,
at first they were going to give that ball to Utah Valley, and everyone saw it, and especially Ryan Looney said, no. That's Idaho State basketball. So they'll reset there with 20 to shoot. Lob it into Hollenbeck. He'll work left elbow just out beyond the free throw line. Now up on top. Backing up to the center circle, A.J. Bergen. Guarded by Kylan Green. Here's Otten. Hand it off to Jake. Looking for a little pick and roll. Nothing there. Go to Hollenbeck. Fake left. Go right.
Nice pass.
Get it inside. Evan Otten looking for the foul. Didn't get it as he tried to go up for the dunk. Long pass ahead. Thrown away, and the Bengals come up with the basketball. A.J. Bergen down on the other end. Here's Hollenbeck. Has his shot blocked. And that is this is one of the top shot blocking teams in the country. And that shot missed. The putback, though, good by Holcomb.
Well, that was a physical sequence right there. And, you know, one of the things to look at when you have several of the guys on both teams now with 2 fouls, how aggressive will they be? So you'll see some of that.
Utah Valley leads the WAC, and they're 17th in the country with 5.5 block shots per game. So they retake the lead here at 15-14. By my count, our 5th lead change of the night. Jake O'Neal driving down the lane, and eventually the whistle comes as he's being held down there. And the foul is going to go against Carter Welling, his first. And that 5th foul was a long time coming for Utah Valley. So it's 7-5 now. Bengals with 17 fouls. The Wolverines with just 5 as they lob it into Evan Otten. Underneath they go. Jake O'Neal.
What a nice pass.
What an assist from Connor Hollenbeck. And Jake O'Neal has 4 points here tonight.
Boy, that's the chemistry we're talking about right there. Just such a beautiful look. Good defense, but you can't stop plays like that.
And got the foul on Corey Wells, so that's his first, team 6th. And a 3-point play opportunity, and here he is. For the first time this year, Joey Madimba, 6'5", 205-pound junior guard out of Mansfield, Texas, via Howard College.
This is awesome. Growing up in Oklahoma, Scott, I've been to Mansfield, Texas, and I told him I know their best basketball player.
Here is the free throw, and the original three-point play converted by Jake O'Neal. He's now got 5. And Madimba is he's so excited. He put in all the work over the summer. He did the classroom work. It was just a grade point thing and some verification, and it just took the NCAA a while. And Joey, he just wants to play.
Oh, and he was so excited to be out here. His teammates were so excited for him.
Here's Welling on the baseline. He's going to work it up against Otten. Shot good. That was a tough shot and pretty good defense by Evan Otten.
No, and really most of their baskets have been plays that you can't blame the defense. Just tough shots that made good looks. And
7th point of the night for Welling. Here's
nice
Jaden
play.
Brown off the curl. Can't get the 3-ball to go. Jackson Slocum.
Oh, great defense.
Jackson Holcomb with the outlet pass, and it is Jaden Brown going into the front row.
Great hustle. Hit the Stoddard family over there.
Yes,
running
he
in there.
did. Doc Stoddard. 17-17 our score. Toolson. Andy Toolson. Well, that was fair enough. His father is Andy Toolson, but Tanner is the 4th Toolson to play. He had his brother and 2 cousins play at Utah Valley. I did his dad's games when he played at Twin Falls. He went on to BYU and played a couple of years out of his 10-year professional career with the Utah Jazz.
Wow.
So here we go inside, and Carter Welling, and
I think they got him in the restricted area here. We may see that on the replay.
Yeah, Joey Madimba is going to pick up the foul as Carter Welling scores. He's now got 9 points on the night.
Here you see the replay right here. Really nice look. Nice pick and roll action right there. Boy,
it was close, but I think his right foot was on the line. Yeah.
It was closer than I thought it was.
So Carter Welling, 1 of 1 from the free throw line tonight. And he'll try to complete that 3-point opportunity, and does. And so on the night now, Carter Welling with 10 points. He's averaging 11.7, so he's off to a big start. Bengals still holding the edge in the rebounding department, 12-6 here. Shooting the ball pretty well, 41.2% for Idaho State. And the ball saved, it was lost, and then it came into Dominic Nelson, and Connor Hollenbeck going to pick up the foul. Bengals just sloppy with the basketball there. Utah Valley shooting 44.4% from the floor. So Connor Hollenbeck picks up personal foul number 2. So he and A.J. Bergen with 2 apiece. And that's now 9 team fouls on Idaho State.
Now, everything will be 2-shot bonus from here on out, but you see in those rebounding numbers right now to already see the Bengals up 6 going into that last timeout, 12-6.
So going to the free throw line here is Dominic Nelson. He's got 2 points on the game, and the free throw on the front end of the 1-and-1 is good.
Excited to see the crowd tonight. Again, we're out on summer break here on campus, but a really nice crowd's filled in, and folks getting there, and we're excited to have the fans. I think the crowd has really reacted positively to this team, Scott.
I agree with you. 64.8 free throw shooter is Dominic Nelson. He cashes in a pair here, and all of a sudden Utah Valley has extended out to their biggest lead of the night of 5 points at 22-17. Jackson Green on a pass ahead from Jaden Brown. Get it back out on top to Jaden. Lost his dribble. Kind of a tough spot, but he found Green, got bailed out. Here's A.J. Bergen. A.J. handles between the rings. Guarded by Nelson. Gets a screen from Daberco. Thought about pulling up the jump shot.
Great look.
Little give and go. Contact as Jackson Green is going to go to the free throw line. And what a great cut without the ball, and what a great pass by Bergen.
From Scott and I's angle here at the broadcast booth, I mean, AJ, there was such a small window that you can see here. Just a great look there. Great cut by Jackson.
So Jackson Green to the free throw line, and he's one of the best Bengals up there. 93.3% on the season. Up there with the 7:02 mark of the first half.
Great job.
Hits the first free throw. Gets Idaho State back to within 4 here at 22-18. Back into the game will come Evan Otten, Jake O'Neal, and Isaiah Griffin. So 4 of the starting 5 out there for Idaho State. Jackson Green out of Atlanta, Georgia. Second free throw not good, and the rebound comes out of there into the hands of Corey Wells. Wells to Nelson. He'll slowly jog across the half-court line with that waist-high dribble. Get it out on top. That's going to be Linhart. Linhart gives it up far side to Wells. Back to Linhart. Reverse it on the angle. Up fake. Drive by Wells. Fall-away jumper off the side of the lane, off that left side. Yeah, it was great defense and a good rebound by Isaiah Griffin. Bengals down 4 and the basketball. 6:25 to go first half. Skip it out on top. Hollenbeck trying to get it inside. Too tall for Jake O'Neal.
No, good look, just a little bit high coming in there. Really impressive the last few times down the court on defense, watching the Bengals switch. A lot of mobility and versatility in this lineup they have out there right now.
A little bit of issues early on for Idaho State. That is their 6th turnover of the game, just 3 for Utah Valley. Feed it inside. That's Hayden Welling. Hook shot left short. Rebound to Jackson Green. They could have actually, there's a couple of times
that they could have got over the back on UVU. Absolutely.
Little contact from behind, but the Bengals control the rebound, and they're into the front court with it. Here's Bergen, sets up the offense. Angles over to the left. Stays out beyond the arc. Now drives to that left baseline at about 12 feet. Terminates. Coming out on top to O'Neal. Jake, ask for Jake to come out. They'll reset the offense. 5 to shoot for Idaho State. Little crossover move. Pull-up jumper. Bergen off the iron, not good. Evan Otten had the rebound, but couldn't control it. Had it stripped away. Nelson ahead to Linhart. Linhart dribbles across the lane with a left hand. Goes into a triple team. Comes out. That's a traveling violation on Osiris Grady. Cyrus Grady got happy feet on that catch.
He took a few steps right there. But again, you would see, if you had not watched either one of these teams, Scott, one of the things you would immediately notice as you come out, Utah Valley does not get second chances. The Idaho State guys are boxing out. They're doing the right things. And that's really been a huge part of the game right now.
Utah Valley shooting at a 43% clip right now. The Bengals at 39. Q came back into the game. That's Quentin Meza. He'll take over at the point guard as Bergen went out. Jake O'Neal, he'll get it across the timeline. Up top, little give and go. Jake O'Neal with a finger roll, good.
Great offensive set right there.
Great pass on the press break from Evan Otten. Played in the middle of that press break.
You got to punish Utah Valley when they try to bring pressure like that. It was great execution.
Bengals down a deuce. They go into Hayden Welling, into the paint. Little hook shot. That's off the back iron. Jake O'Neal skies up for the rebound. Outlets slowly now coming up that right side. Quentin Meza back over here to the left. It's Jackson Green. Green on the wing. Got on that left block. That's Jake O'Neal. He's got a smaller man on him. Ball poked away from behind. And the one official on the side says it's going to be Utah Valley ball. And, wow.
He said, you could see him talking to the other referee. He goes, I didn't see it.
Yeah. And our far side official didn't catch it either.
No, that clearly looked like it was tipped by them on the replay.
I think we missed the replay on that, and I apologize. It looked to me like maybe we could see it after the next dead ball, but Utah Valley with a 2-point lead, back on the attack. Reverse it out on top. Here's a three-pointer, and that's good by Carter Welling. That's the first 3-point field goal in the game.
No, they had that set up nicely. They've had a couple good looks, just haven't shot very well so far.
Carter Welling has 13 here tonight.
He's a good player.
Here's Evan Otten on the right elbow. Meza, Jake O'Neal. Jake trying to drive, some contact, a little push shot on the baseline, no, and the rebound controlled by Utah Valley. Long pass ahead, and Carter Welling with the bucket and the foul on Evan Otten.
Boy, great job by Welling running the floor there, Scott. He got out immediately off that defensive rebound and came down and made a play.
You can see that Carter Welling is, even though he's the younger of the two brothers, he is probably the more talented guy. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Watch him run the floor there.
See, and that's a redshirt freshman mistake by Evan Otten. You just got to let that one go. You can't compound that with a foul from behind.
There's no angle right there where you're going to be able to get the block on that, and you got to let that go.
So Carter Welling to the free throw line, and the free throw good. And that lead puts the lead up to 8 now. Idaho State, it's a 6-0 run for UVU at the moment.
No, and Welling really had a great 2 minutes there to kind of stretch that lead out. Important we have good possessions here.
Here is a 3-ball by Meza, and it's a air ball. Jake O'Neal saved it, and what do we have? We got a whistle, and it looks like there's a foul on Utah Valley. I'm not exactly sure.
It's a weird play. If we see it on the replay, it looked like Idaho State was trying to save the ball.
They're going to call the foul. Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Ideal is a state-sponsored tax-advantaged savings plan that helps families pay for the cost of college. Information and full disclosure statement, including risk, terms, and conditions, can be found online at idsaves.org. So it'll be Jake O'Neal to the free throw line. And that one up and good as he hits the front end of the 1-and-1 opportunity. That's another ICCU free throw. And, we talked about only one three-point field goal made in this game. Idaho State has a streak of 76 straight games. And they almost broke that streak against Oral Roberts as Jake O'Neal hits both of the free throws here, a pair of ICCU free throws. They almost broke that streak against Oral Roberts, and thus far here tonight against Utah Valley. Can't get it to go. Nice move inside by Osiris Grady for his first
nice
field
play.
goal.
A lot of athleticism right there.
Back up to an 8-point bulge here for Utah Valley at 30-22. We've got 3.5 minutes left in the first half from Pocatello. Here is O'Neal, 4-3, and the streak is alive. And Jake O'Neal rattles it home. And by my count, that should be the 12th point of the night for Jake O'Neal.
Such a nice pass to get it out there and get a good look for it. Big three-pointer here.
Osiris Grady comes out. Must have had a little blood there or something, the way they brought him out. There was no timeout. And they brought back in, I believe it was Trevin Linhart who checked in there. Noah Tate's back in, too. And there's a steal. Daberco and Jackson Green. What a hustle job by Jackson Green. And he's going to get the foul whistled against Kylan Green, I believe. Yeah.
That's just a pure hustle play right there, going after the ball, being more aggressive, and now gets to shoot free throws from that.
So it will be Jackson Green. And if you're Idaho State, that's the guy you want to go to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 tonight, right? Yeah, no, 1 of 1 tonight.
And I can say personally, Jackson has been in my marketing class, and he's a great student athlete, doing all kinds of great things.
Great heads-up play. You saw in the replay that ball was tipped.
No, his reaction was great on that.
So Jackson Green, 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight, and makes the first one here. So that's another ICCU free throw knockdown.
We want to give a shout out to all of our students who graduated this past Saturday. We had an amazing group, over 1,000 new Bengal alumni. Just great young people doing awesome things in the world. So congratulations to them.
Jackson Green makes both free throws here. As that was the 9th team foul, so that was a 1-and-1 chance. Bengals back to within 3 here. Carter Welling gets it out on top. Kylan Green. Here's Linhart trying to feed it inside to Welling. He'll come out on top. Jackson Slocum gets inside. Great defense by Jackson Green.
Well, his instincts defensively are so impressive, Scott.
Tell you got to like this kid a lot. He played at Eastern Oklahoma State College last year, Jackson Green, and he has fit right in here.
Absolutely.
So the Bengals, who had been down 8, have a 5-0 run of their own going here and closed it down to 3. Here's Jaden Brown. Jaden, redshirt freshman out of Pullman. 5 to shoot. Here is Meza. Pull-up jump shot left short, and it's going to be saved off the end line. Kylan Green will push it ahead here for Utah Valley. Skip it across. Linhart outside. Tate, 3-ball, no. Nobody blocked out on the backside, and Jackson Holcomb hurt him.
I think that was the first second chance points they've had tonight, Scott.
I am going to agree with you. And actually, they've got 6 now.
Oh.
According to our live stats. I hadn't checked that for a minute. 5-point lead for the Wolverines. Jaden Brown with the smaller Tates on him. Drives, comes back out. Blake Daberco. Daberco gets into the paint, and he'll put up the hook shot off the glass. No, tipped up. Jackson Green kept it alive, and Jake O'Neal puts it up and in.
Boy, another play, Scott, where Jackson Green made the difference on that play, keeping that ball alive.
Here's Green picking up Linhart now, a double team on him. Bring it out. Kylan Green left alone. This 3-ball is well short. Nothing but air there.
Scott, on the live stats, how many second chance points does that give us now?
I will tell you in just a moment. I'm just going to make sure we didn't have a replay coming up. Second chance points for Idaho State. I have 8 on the live stats.
Well, that's great.
A minute
to see
30,
the advantage of that.
Minute 31 to go here in the first half. 32-29. Utah Valley with the lead. Idaho State is led by as many as 5. Utah Valley by as many as 8 here tonight. As Idaho State's Jackson Green drives the baseline, gets it inside. That's going to be Isaiah Griffin. Had the ball stripped away, and it'll be out of bounds to the Bengals with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Corey Wells will come back into the lineup and onto the floor for Todd Phillips, and the Wolverines of Utah Valley. I will say this game has been everything we thought it would be.
Everything we thought. Even teams, lots of hustle from both clubs, both well coached.
Jackson Green trying to post up Jackson Holcomb. Can't get the hook shot to go, and the rebound comes out of there. With a minute to go, Utah Valley on the attack here. Trevin Linhart, little crossover, finds Carter Welling, feeds it inside. Jackson Holman, Corey Wells lost the handle. They go to the corner. That's an air ball from the corner by Linhart. And the ball knocked away from Isaiah Griffin, and in a dunk on the other end by Jackson Holcomb.
Boy, and that was Wells right there. Looked like, if you watch the NBA, kind of a Kyle Anderson play, reaching in there and kind of swiping that. That was Wells who made that possible.
5-point lead here. 34-29. We got 30 seconds to go. There's about a 9-10 second differential on the shot clock and game clock. Bengals with 15. High post they go. That's O'Neal. Jake waiting for Meza. Gets it to him. Q. Couple of dribbles to his left. Back over to Jake. 8 to shoot. Jake into the paint. Looking for a back-cutting Jackson Green. And Jackson Green will draw the foul. And he'll go to the free throw line.
One of the things I have to say about Jackson Green, if you haven't had a chance to watch him live or see him streaming, his activity at all times is such a benefit and bonus for the Bengals, both sides of the court.
They got that foul, I believe. Let's check and see. We got the replay. I think it was Jackson Holcomb.
I think so.
Yeah, it was. Carter Welling was in the area there as Jackson Green toes the line and makes the first of 2 ICCU free throw attempts. So Jackson Holcomb will pick up his first personal by my count. Both teams in the double bonus here, but just 14 points, deservedly so.
No,
Jackson last year at Eastern Oklahoma State, he was 53% from the floor, 36% from three-point range. And obviously a very good free throw shooter, as that second free throw is up and in. So he has 2 ICCU free throws. Idaho State down by 3. 12 seconds to shoot here as they get it into the front court with Dominic Nelson. Nelson angles right side, tries to drive, spin, hanging shot. Going to get the foul on Isaiah Griffin with 4.2 to go.
I'm a little surprised there. They got into their offense a little quicker than I thought they would. I thought they'd wait a little bit longer, but they were aggressive coming up there. But it also gives the Bengals a chance with 4.2 seconds. We'll be able to do something.
Dominic Nelson, 4 points tonight, 2 of 2 from the line.
Now you see there on the replay, got him on the arm.
Isaiah just kind of, I think he got a little off balance when he made that move down there, that little spin move, and Isaiah reached in, and free throw is missed off the right side.
First missed free throw of the night for Utah Valley. They've been 5 of 5 before that.
Here is Connor Hollenbeck. And now it's going to be Ryan. Now,
I think the other thing, Scott, when I look at the plus minus, everything so far this game is about even, except for Walling for Utah Valley. He's like plus 14 or something right now. He's been the difference in the game in the first half.
Both free throws good for Dominic, or the second free throw good. He missed the first one right before that timeout. Bengals get the ball in. They get it to A.J. Bergen. A.J. can't get the shot off, and that'll take us to the half. So as we hit halftime here, it's the Wolverines of Utah Valley trying to extend a 6-game winning streak that's underway against Valley basketball as they shoot to the goal on our left here in the final 20 minutes of regulation play. And Shane Hunt rejoins us here.
I tell you what, Scott, I was talking to some folks during the halftime there. Just so much excitement about this team. I mean, really, the effort that you see and the energy, they've captivated this crowd in a way that I haven't seen previous teams.
That's going to be Welling with it. He'll give it up, and a shot missed. A long shot from the far side comes up empty for the Wolverines, and Utah State, or Idaho State here, Utah Valley on the defensive end is Idaho State trying to cut in. And here is the lob backdoor. They tried to get it to Evan Otten. He got bumped and goes down. No foul called, coming the other way with it. Here is Tanner Toulson. He'll bring it out to Trevin Linhart. Toulson catch, shoot, 3 in the corner, no. Long rebound taken off the floor, and that's rebound number 7. Just 3 more for Jake O'Neal for another double-double.
He's a double-double machine, Scott.
Oh, boy. Him and Carson Tout, they're the top 2 guys in the Big Sky Conference. Bounce pass to O'Neal. He's got it on the right block. Kick it out far side. Connor Hollenbeck. If he'd have caught that cleanly, I think he might have triggered the 3. Bengals down to 8 to shoot. Here's Isaiah Griffin. Has his shot blocked. Gets it back. Lays it up and in.
Great second effort. Great block by UVU there on the help defense. But also awesome job for Idaho State to come in there and stay with it.
Utah Valley, and they play some defense. That's now 5 block shots on the night for Utah Valley. Here's a jump shot left short by Osiris Grady, and another rebound to the machine, Jake O'Neal. How can you not love this kid?
He just always finds himself by the ball.
Here's O'Neal underneath. Shot partially blocked, but a foul, and Jake's going to go to the line. And let's check that foul on Utah Valley. They're going to get it against Dominic Nelson. And here's a replay on that. Is Jake, nice move underneath with the head fake.
No, great head fake.
Can't join the paratrooper club there if you're Dominic Nelson. And so Jake O'Neal to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. And Jake's first one is up and in, and that is another ICCU free throw for Jake O'Neal. I want to check Jake's numbers on the night. Yeah, he's 4 of 4 from the stripe. That's
free throw advantage has been big for us right now. That's our 11th made free throw of the night.
Second free throw up and good.
Tie ball game.
So the Bengals have come out here with a little mini 4-0 run, tied the game at 35. 18-15 to go in the game. Trevin Linhart looking for Carter Welling. He's got Connor Hollenbeck on him. Fake left, go right, down the lane.
Great
shot
block.
Rejected by Evan Otten. And the loose ball into the hands of Jake O'Neal. Fire it ahead. Hollenbeck drives, kicks back. A.J. Bergen for movement. 3, and the lead. A.J. Bergen, his first three-pointer of the night. And the senior out of San Diego hits his 17th three-pointer of the season.
Amazing play. Great shot by A.J., but that was driven by Evan Otten's defense.
And on the other end, jump shot up and good by Osiris Grady. Kind of got screened out as he was going up for that shot. I was pretty sure it was Grady. Bengals with the lead and the ball. Back to Jake O'Neal. His runner in the paint. Good. No. Rebound tip. Otten could not save it. Coming up on this near side. Dominic Nelson. They wanted to double dribble. Didn't get it. Coming the other way. Dominic Nelson drives inside. And he's going to draw the foul against Evan Otten. And that's 3 on Evan. So team fouls even at 1 apiece.
No, I don't know if they'll see that replay. It was right in front of where Scott and I are sitting.
Here it is. Let's see.
When he picked that up, you don't see it there at the end, but right when the possession changed,
it was right in front of,
right in front of us. He clearly picked it up, and just kind of a tough angle there.
So Dominic Nelson to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 free throws here. Chance to give the lead back to the Wolverines, and he hits the first to tie the game at 38. Here comes Jackson Green. Evan Otten's going to have to come out with his 3rd foul. We knew that this might be a little bit of a challenge for Evan Otten tonight because Carter Welling is a big physical. I mean, he's not super thick and strong, but he's a very physical player.
Well, and when Welling had a lot of his success in the first half, it was when Otten was out of the game. I mean, you saw Otten's help defense earlier when they went to him to start this half.
So it'll be Utah Valley with the lead at 39-38. Here is Isaiah Griffin. Wants to drive in. Welling shuts him off. They'll bring it back out to A.J. Bergen and reset it. Jackson Green handles the ball up on top. 1 dribble. Hand it back to A.J. A.J. had the ball tipped.
Good hustle.
Isaiah Griffin saves it. Isaiah's got Jackson Slocum there. He's going to body up, puts up the shot. It's good. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Just such a strong move to the basket right there.
Jackson Holcomb will get the foul. That's his 2nd. That is the 2nd team foul on Utah Valley. And it'll be Isaiah Griffin to the line. About a 69% free throw shooter on the season. He's 1 of 2 tonight. And this old-fashioned three-point play opportunity goes by the boards. But Idaho State back on top by a tally at 40-39. 16:45. Clock ticks here in the second half. Skip pass across. Toulson. That's Tanner Toulson. Gets inside. That shot was blocked. It was changed.
Great defense. Absolutely it was.
I don't know if that was Isaiah Griffin. Somebody got a hand on that. If we might see a replay later, but that looked like Isaiah got a hand on it, or at least a fingertip. Here's Hollenbeck. He'll work on the angle left. Out on top, Jackson Green. Jackson back over to A.J. 10 to shoot for Idaho State. A.J. lost the handle.
No, that was tipped. That was tipped.
Still got possession and time. He'll spot
Steps
up for
into it. Bang!
A.J. Bergen steps into a triple and knocks it down, and Idaho State is up for it, 43-39.
Well, you can see the confidence A.J. had stepping in that shot after the one he made earlier.
And his family on the front row behind us loving it. Here is Toulson to answer, and he does.
Big shot right
Tanner Toulson's first field goal of the night. And Toulson, a good one. About 29% from beyond the arc. Idaho State still on top by a point here. This game is going to be this way for the next 15 minutes and 30 seconds. I can guarantee it. Here is Connor Hollenbeck. Nice move on the baseline. Spin move. Jump shot just a little too long. Long pass ahead to Toulson. Then they get it to Dominic Nelson. Good defense by Hollenbeck.
Great defense.
He had to be careful, and Nelson just made a great play.
And that was smart, Scott, to something we talked about in the first half. He was smart there not to get the foul, right? We don't want to get that and put more people in foul trouble.
But that's a kid who's played 4 years.
Yep.
Coming in.
You see that experience.
Exactly. Trying to get it to Jake O'Neal down here on the right block with Nelson on his back. Jake across the paint, jump shot, halfway down and out. Rebound comes out of there to Holcomb. He'll get it ahead. Linhart, that was close to a double dribble there. Looked like he had almost terminated his dribble, but then on the hesitation kept it alive. And there's a three ball by Linhart off the back iron, not good. Rebound, Jake O'Neal.
Is that 9 or 10, Scott?
That is 10. He's got his double-double.
Wow.
Here is Connor Hollenbeck. He'll give it to Jackson Green. He'll work right elbow. A.J. Bergen pulls up from 17. It's good. A.J. Bergen, he's starting to feel it.
He looks so confident shooting the ball right now. 8 points for A.J. just here in the second half.
A.J. on the night. That's all of his points coming in the second half. He was on the bench with some foul trouble in that first half. Did not score. Holcomb out on top. Tanner Toulson wants to drive to the baseline left side. Shut down by Griffin. Bring it to Linhart. Swing it now back out on top with 8 to shoot. This is Dominic Nelson. He goes in and throws it down with 2 hands. That was a man's move and a man's finish.
Man, that absolutely was. Nelson really being aggressive here in the second half. Great first step.
Back and forth we go. Utah Valley up by a point now, 46-45. Here is A.J. for 3. No. Rebound. Jackson, all right, Griffin.
It's a nice pass.
Isaiah Griffin tried to keep it alive. Block. And a block from behind by Hollenbeck. Here come the Bengals. Jake O'Neal laying up and in. Jake O'Neal with 4 second-half points, 18 on the night.
Such a great block there. Utah Valley had transition, made a great pass, just an even better defensive play.
ISU by 1. Shot missed and a foul. I think we've got a foul underneath. Let's see. Or is it just a timeout? We've got a timeout. 13-10, double-double in 11 games.
No, it was barely the second half by the time he got a double-double, Scott. He's just always by the ball.
ISU Bengal basketball support comes from Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Pocatello, assisting the boys and girls clubs of Southeast Idaho. With every assist the Bengals make this season, Lithia will make a donation to the club. Scott Gross, Shane Hunt tried to get it inside on a back cut from Jaden Brown, and Jackson Green just missed him.
No, it was a good look, good cut.
That'll be turnover number 12. It's 11 or 12. I don't know if that updated yet. 11 as of right now, turnovers for Idaho State. Bengals with another big advantage on the glass at 29-17. We said who won the rebounding battle would have the best chance to win this game.
And Idaho State, great defense right there. Another turnover.
Carter Welling tried to lob it down inside for, looked like Jackson Holcomb, and too tall for him. So A.J. Bergen out. Quentin Meza comes back in for Idaho State. Bengals up by a point at 47-46. Glad to have you along here this evening. As
29-17 on total rebounds, but Idaho State also leading 7-2 over Utah Valley in offensive rebounds.
Here's Jaden Brown for 3. It won't go, and the rebound cleared out of there by Kylan Green. Green pushes it up the right side, stops at the angle over there, comes out to Carter Welling. Welling has been quiet here thus far. Here is Tanner Toulson into the paint.
Great
defense shot
again.
Blocked, I think. Yeah, shot was blocked. Carter Welling, 16 first half points, and here in the second half, I'm not sure he's taken a shot.
Well, and Utah Valley looks a little more hesitant to shoot three-pointers this half. They're only 2 for 13 on the game so far.
So it'll be Utah Valley ball with 12:15 to go here. Hope you're enjoying this one tonight. And good crowd on hand here at Reed Gymnasium. Here is Jackson Holcomb working against Jaden Brown, and he gets by him, and
nice
Jackson
move.
Holcomb scores his 8th point of the night. If there is a deficiency or an area where Jaden Brown is going to have to put in the most work, it's probably right there on that defensive end. And he knows it. I mean, he understands it. He's still building up his body. He'll figure it out. And Ryan Looney is on the verge of a technical foul as Evan Otten just picked up his 4th foul.
Shop now.
When you take your eyes away from driving for just 2 seconds, you've traveled the length of a basketball court without seeing the road. Idaho Transportation Department reminds us to just drive and avoid distractions. This Towards Zero Death message is presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. It's a proud supporter of ISU sports. Scott Groshane Hunt with you underneath, and Utah Valley gets the easy layup, and that scoring is not always as easy as that because Idaho State, #1 team in the Big Sky Conference in defensive field goal percentage, giving up only about 40% a night. And as of right now for the night, 42% for Utah Valley. So the Bengals kind of on their roll.
No, and a lot of things go into that, right? Contesting every shot, battling for rebounds on there.
Connor Hollenbeck's three-pointer is long, and it's going to be a foul, and that's going to go against Utah Valley. Yeah, it was Jaden Brown trying to get that offensive rebound, and they're going to get the foul on number 7, Noah Tates. That's his 2nd. That'll be team foul number 3 against the Wolverines here in the second half. So Bengal basketball under their own basket here, baseline right. Bring it into Hollenbeck. Bengals down by 3 at 50-47. Hollenbeck to Griffin. Isaiah trying to back down. Jackson Slocum, and they're going to call the block.
Really strong move there.
I want to see if that's Toulson or Slocum. It is. Oh, it's Tates. Pardon me. It was Noah Tates. So back-to-back fouls for Noah Tates. He's got his 3rd, and let's check this as Isaiah went in there, and boy, that was close. I mean,
that's a 50-50 call.
It kind of was, but the thing that saved Isaiah is he didn't really lean in hard on him. The contact came as he was getting ready to go up for the shot. So Isaiah with a pair of free throws, and the first one good. That's another ICCU free throw and another $5 to student athletes at Idaho State. And we haven't had many of them to talk about tonight. Just 2 Mountain America Credit Union three-pointers. Mountain America Credit Union supports ISU athletics. MACU guiding members through life's financial journey and donating $50 to Operation Warm in East Idaho for every Bengal three-pointer. And they're going to have a foul whistle here on this end on that rebound.
No, I think they got him on a walk. I think he took extra steps.
That's right. Yeah, it was a traveling violation. Pardon me. Yeah, it was a traveling violation.
But it was the Bengals' defensive intensity that kind of drove that right there and caused that turnover. So what's the turnover count now, Scott? What
turnovers I have, let's see. It's showing 12 for Idaho State, 7 for Utah Valley. So Quentin Meza at the point. Bengals down by 2. Here's Jackson Green with it out on top. Jake O'Neal trying to size up Carter Welling.
Great
spin move. Turnaround jumper, no. Rebound tipped, finally controlled by Kylan Green. Kylan Green gets it ahead to Dominic Nelson. Back to Kylan. He'll work between the rings at about 25 feet. 10:40 to go in the game. Green down the right side of the lane. Kick to the corner. 3-ball long, not good. Rebound tipped, and on the rebound, they're going to keep it there. They're going to get Quentin Meza. Nope, they did not. They got Isaiah Griffin on that foul.
Going to see the replay right here. They get a nice kick out, open look for the corner 3. Just kind of battling for position there.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but Isaiah probably earned that one. That's his 2nd.
Neither team close to the bonus right now, about halfway through the second half.
So it'll be Wolverines basketball. They're looking for Holcomb. He's got the catch. Jake O'Neal makes him give it up. Bring it out. Here is Hayden Welling, and that 3-ball is good. And Hayden Welling with his first field goal will extend that Wolverine lead to 5 at 53-48. O'Neal front court to A.J. Bergen. Here's Isaiah Griffin. Back over to Jake, and now Connor Hollenbeck. Bengals work the perimeter. Looking for Jake O'Neal posting up on that block. He's got Corey Wells on him. The hook shot, not good. wanted the contact, didn't get it. Rebound comes out of there to Utah Valley. Wells across the paint. A wild runner, no. Rebound controlled by Green. Outlet up the left side to Bergen. A.J. waits for his teammates. Gives it to Green, and now over here to Jake O'Neal in front of our broadcast position on the floor at Reed Gymnasium here at the head of the Bengal bench. And there's going to be a hold as A.J. Bergen trying to make a move. That foul is going to go on Corey Wells.
No, he reached in right there.
And let's check and see. Yeah, Corey Wells right there got
trying to make a play there.
Yep, sure did. So that'll be the second on Wells. That's 5 on the Wolverines. Bengals just got to keep it within hailing distance here, down by 5 with 9.5 minutes to go. Been a little bit of a cold spell scoring-wise.
Other than that one run in the first half, I think it's been a 1 or 2 possession game the entire way.
Daberco gets it out. A 3-ball put up by Hollenbeck. It circled the rim and popped out. And Hayden Welling kind of behind the play. Kylan Green gets inside, can't score it. Rebound tip finally controlled and on the run. Here comes Hollenbeck up the left side. Connor now with his back to the basket against Corey Wells. Backs him down. Hook shot, short. Rebound, Green. Kylan Green. Outlets, left side. Dominic Nelson. He'll attack the rack. Shot was blocked, and then the follow-up by Jackson Holcomb. And Holcomb's got a dozen.
Pace really picked up there.
And got a timeout here. And I believe that's a timeout going to be taken by.
To see what ISU runs from an offensive standpoint here. Do they go to Jake O'Neal, or what kind of play do they run?
Bengals still hold the rebounding edge at 31-25.
But it has tightened up.
It definitely has. 7-4 offensive rebounds in favor of Idaho State. Here is Isaiah Griffin looking for the 3 from the right wing. And it's a Mountain America Credit Union 3-pointer for Isaiah Griffin, who's now in double figures with 11 and has 8 in this half. Out on top, that's Hayden Welling, watched by Blake Daberco. Give it over to Trevin Linhart. Linhart back on top. Welling trying to get it inside. Wells, Nelson, far side corner. And working on the perimeter. Here is Hayden Welling, puts up a tough shot, and they're going to call a foul on Blake Daberco. Just could not quite keep his feet, and Blake Daberco will pick up personal foul number 1, team foul number 4.
That'll be on the floor, so kind of a ball out.
You can see here as
got him a little bit on the shoulder there, hooked that arm a little bit.
Yeah, you get a little bit off balance. Fortunately, it was not on the shot. It was before the shot. Lob it out on top. Hayden Welling with the catch. 20 to shoot as they inbound that basketball. Here's Trevin Linhart back to Welling. Now down to 10 to shoot. Osiris Grady. Or check it. That's Corey Wells. Gives it out on top. Trevin Linhart drives to the bucket. Tough runner, no. Rebound yanked out of there by Isaiah Griffin.
Great perimeter defense there. They get 25 seconds of shot clock. Very tough contested look.
Jackson Green holds on top. Now a couple of dribbles before he gives it off to A.J. Bergen. And A.J. drives and scores from the left-hand side. And A.J.'s in double figures with 10 all in the second half.
This is one of the most aggressive games I've seen A.J. on the offensive end.
Trevin Linhart. He'll get it wide right side. Here's Corey Wells, a runner. Good. Corey Wells.
Corey Wells had a really good second half.
Yep, he's got 4 points on the night. That was a very good move.
No, good on that floater. He's smooth on that.
He played at Xavier University of Louisiana the last 4 years, did Corey Wells. Here's Isaiah Griffin. He'll drive, get underneath, puts up a tough shot, tried to get his own rebound, kept it alive. Jake O'Neal bangs it up off the glass. No. Rebound to Linhart. Get it ahead. Dominic Nelson on the run. And they're going to call a blocking foul on A.J. Bergen before the shot. So A.J. Bergen gets personal foul number 3, team foul number 5. Utah Valley up by 4. And we talked about A.J. Bergen. I mean, he's been aggressive tonight. And this is one right here, Shane. You talked about how he's being aggressive to the bucket tonight. Made him pay
he's
there.
Done a great job. And just give a shout out. A.J. is a great student athlete. MBA program, business student.
Graduated in 3 years.
Graduated in 3 years. Just doing great things on campus. Great student leader in addition to being a great basketball player.
Here's Trevin Linhart. Drives into the paint, lost the handle. It came to Carter Welling. Shot blocked by Evan Otten.
Huge
Ball
play.
goes to the floor. Coming out of there with it, Linhart. He'll lob it out and into the corner. Carter Welling up fakes, now drives, gets it to Holcomb, and then driving inside. And that's got to be an offensive foul, or is it? It looked like it might be, but I don't think they're going to go that way with it. They're going to say it's Jake O'Neal on the block. Jake might have been just a hair late to the spot.
Well, but what a play by Evan Otten. We talked about Welling and what impact he's had. Otten is such a difference maker on that. And for him to make some of the plays he's making right now with 4 fouls, right, Scott? Does he have 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big
So we've got 6:32 to go here in the game, and up to the free throw line is Dominic Nelson. He makes the first of 2. And he'll toe the line for another. As that second free throw on the way. That one left short. So it's a 58-53 Utah Valley lead at the 6:29 mark. Bengals on the attack. Griffin, Bergen, Jake O'Neal. Jake O'Neal gives it back to Bergen. A.J. looking for a high screen from Hollenbeck. Gets it. There's A.J. to the
Great
bucket.
pass.
Underneath. Great pass. And a finish by Jake O'Neal.
That just speaks to that aggressiveness we talked about. A.J. made that happen with that dribble penetration and kicked it over there.
Got the foul on Trevin Linhart, too, so he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. And how about this? Idaho State leads the Big Sky Conference, and we'll look at this drive.
Just look at that angle right there.
It doesn't get much better than that. But quickly, Idaho State is first in the Big Sky Conference in free throws made per game. They average 15.2. They're now 13 of 19 here tonight. So just one or two more free throws, they'll be right on their average and probably maintain that lead in the conference. But right now, they want more points. And that's a traveling foul. No, they're going to call a foul. Yeah. They're going to get the foul on Isaiah Griffin, and they're going to give the bucket to Carter Welling. Let's take a look.
Well, on that replay, it looked like he went up and down.
Yeah, he did.
Scott.
Yeah, he definitely did. It looked like he did the little hop. I don't think that's a jump stop, but they gave Welling the bucket and the foul. So the team foul's now 7-6. Isaiah Griffin has to come out of there with his 3rd personal. Let's take a look again.
Boy, it looked like he just went up right there, because there's the foul right there after the first jump.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, that was not a situation where there was a block and he came down.
No.
If it would have been a jump block.
Right, absolutely. It had to be something either way.
And now a turnover as Jake O'Neal loses the handle on it.
And ISU has to settle down here, right? Sometimes breaks go against
Ryan Looney.
Yeah.
Ryan Looney is this close.
This close.
And it might be the time to get one. He is close. But you got to pick your time if you're going to do that right now.
Absolutely.
Down 6 is probably not it. Here is Jackson Holcomb. He'll give it over on the far side. Trevin Linhart, bounce pass. Back to Holcomb. Holcomb working inside against Connor Hollenbeck. That shot won't go, and on the rebound, they're going to call a foul, and it'll be going against number 13. That is Corey Wells, his 3rd.
And that'll be in the penalty as well, so they'll come down and shoot free throws. But, Scott, it goes something you said earlier. Defense travels, and you saw right there after kind of a bad break for ISU, they came down. Hollenbeck had a great defensive possession.
Financial support for Bengal Athletics comes from Project Filter, reminding listeners that smoking and vaping increase the severity of respiratory diseases, including COVID-19. Get more information at projectfilter.org. Free throw missed on the front end by Jaden Brown, and that's pretty rare because Jaden Brown is a good free throw shooter. He was 2 of 2 on the season, but I'm just talking about in general. He is a good shooter.
No, we struggled a little bit. The ISU struggled a little bit from the line in the second half on there.
3-pointer missed. Welling tried to tip it out. It was kept alive by Welling, and then the ball tipped away. Jackson Green knocked it away from Carter Welling, and it will be out of bounds to the Wolverines of Utah Valley with 5:10 left here. Well, I can tell you, the home crowd not too enamored with the Crew tonight, but this has been kind of I think a little more physical than we thought it might be.
Much more physical.
Yeah, we knew that Utah Valley can be a physical team, but it's kind of gone a little more than we thought. 3-pointer missed by Linhart, and a big rebound by Jackson Green. Idaho State's got to get a bucket here. It's been a little while since they've scored.
Got to have a good possession here. Jackson Green's doing so much to deny the big guys on Utah Valley the ball over there on defense.
Almost 2 minutes since the Bengals' last field goal. Here is A.J. Bergen for three. That's off the mark, kept alive by Jackson Green. Jake O'Neal, and he's going to draw the foul and go to the line, and it's going to be Corey Wells with his fourth. And again, Jackson Green keeping a ball alive.
At a critical place right there. Yeah. If you watch right here at Ball Jackson, you see him tipping it right there going to Jake O'Neal. Huge thing to control the possession for ISU.
So Jake O'Neal will shoot 2 free throws here. Jake on the night is 5 of 6 from the stripe. First one here left short. Idaho State struggling from the line here in the second half. Want to take a quick look at it.
ISU shot so well from the free throw line in the first half, but that's really been the difference here in the second half.
Idaho State 10 of 13 in the half from what I just pulled up there. Second free throw is good, and another ICCU free throw for Jake O'Neal. Now has 21 points on the night.
What a game.
Bengals still down by 5. They are in this, but they've got to get a stop or two and convert on the other end. And there's Dominic Nelson and a traveling violation. That's just what the doctor ordered. A stop, however it happens, is a stop.
A stop's a stop. Again, just great defensive pressure out there. That was a forced turnover.
So a 5-point lead for Utah Valley. Idaho State trying to get to 6-5 on the season before they start Big Sky Conference play. Jake O'Neal got bottled up underneath, wanted the contact, didn't get the foul call. Coming the other way, Tanner Toolson working against A.J. Bergen, kicks it out. Linhart reverses back. Toolson from the corner, that's good.
Tanner Toolson by Utah Valley.
It really, really was, and that's only the second field goal for Tanner Toolson tonight. But both of them are from three-point range. He averages almost 12 a night, 11.5. Been held because he picked up a couple of fouls early. Ball poked away on the far side. It'll belong to Idaho State, and that'll bring us to a media timeout. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left here. The Wolverines up on the Bengals, 64-56. We're back after this timeout. Well, let's take a look at, and they lead it by 8 here at 64-56. So, Shane, it's pretty simple. Bengals got to get some stops, and they've got to shoot the ball a little bit better. They're down to 37.5% in this half, just 9 of 24, 38% on the night.
And a lot of good looks for ISU, Scott, just like we talked about before. Sometimes it's a make or miss game, and just not going in. We need some breaks there.
Jake O'Neal with the basketball, drives to the baseline here, near side against Tanner Toolson. Lobs it up. Hollenbeck's hook shot, no. Rebound, fought for, and coming out there with it is Jackson Holcomb. He goes the other way, and Evan Otten with the block, but the follow is there. And let's see, nope, they're going to call the foul on Evan Otten. No bucket, and that'll do it for Evan. Evan Otten will foul out.
That's a big loss for ISU. And they got Otten hitting his left hand right there, left arm.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, and then but on the board, and they
showed for AJ on the board.
Yeah. So Evan Otten fouls out. That stoppage of play was to get Jackson Green into the game, and Tanner Toolson misses the front end of the
both teams still in a one-on-one. The next foul for both will be one-on-ones unless it's a shooting foul, so that can play a role too in a close game.
That's Jackson Slocum, I should say, and Holcomb missed both free throws. So Holcomb 0 for 2 at the line. Bengals still with life here. 3 minutes to go, down by 8. Here is A.J. Bergen to Isaiah Griffith. Isaiah drives, baseline, runner, no. That's one that you would figure Isaiah to make most of the time. And just a little bit too hard. Here is Linhart driving off the wing, shut down by Jake O'Neal, but he kept the dribble alive, brings it back out. 2:40 in the game. Utah Valley trying to get to 6-6. Bengals trying to get to 6-5. Lob it inside, and that's the first, or only the second half field goal for Carter Welling, who now has 21 points. He and Jake O'Neal, I believe, are tied for high scoring honors.
And once again, Welling got that basket with Otten not in the game, Scott. I mean, that's been such a big thing.
Here's Jackson Green. Goes inside. It's going to be a hold on Toolson. And Tanner Toolson.
And that'll be 1-on-1.
He's going to pick up his third, and a 1-on-1 chance coming up here for the Fruitland High School product, Jake O'Neal. Jake tonight, 21 points, 14 rebounds. 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Needs this one. Left that one short. So the Bengals' second half free throw shooting has really cost them. It really has.
Utah Valley looks like they're going to try and run some clock here, Scott. Take it a little deeper into the shot clock.
Idaho State was 4 of 9 in the second half. So the last time I looked, and they've missed a couple since then. Utah Valley with the ball, 5 to shoot. Toolson on top. Linhart. He'll drive into the paint, puts up a tough runner, no, and fight for the rebound. Jackson Green goes to the floor. That'll belong, I believe, to Idaho State on the possession arrow. Let's double check that, but I'm pretty sure it'll be Bengal basketball. Yep. So the Bengals are down 10. That's been the biggest lead of the night for Utah Valley, 66-56. And it's another kind of a stretch here. The Bengals' last field goal. You ready? 6 minutes, 13 seconds left on the game clock. So 4.5 minutes. ISU has gone without a field goal.
No, that's a difficult thing. And several shots have gone in and out for ISU. Just struggle to get buckets.
Jackson Green handles. A.J. Bergen. A.J. back over. Jaden Brown pulls the trigger on a three. Short off the front. Might have been just half a step too deep.
Yep.
And with 1:20 to go, they're going to get Jake O'Neal back in there. And Idaho State looks like they're going to drop a tough one here tonight. But you know what? Credit Utah Valley. The Road Warriors, they're going to pick up a win here tonight. It would appear to go to 2-5 on the road this year.
But this really feels to me great pass.
Yeah, it was a great pass from Linhart. And they're going to take a timeout here. Todd Phillips going to take a timeout. And here is a look at that. And what a
half of their respective conferences with some really bright young players and bright futures ahead.
It's a 22-9 run for Utah Valley. It was a what did I write down? Mark gave me a number here a minute ago, but it was a good run. Oh, there it is. It was an 18-9 run at the 11:54 mark. Bengals just cannot buy a bucket.
In and out.
Yep, another one halfway down. Dominic Nelson comes to the front court. 68-56. Bengals are trying to get him to come up, or a Bengal coaching staff trying to get ISU defenders to come up and force it. And Jackson Green Quentin Meza knocked the ball away. They were kind of yelling at Jackson Green to come up and help. Down to 7 to shoot. Dominic Nelson, that's a good shot.
Great look.
Deep into the shot clock.
He's had a really good second half as well for UVU.
14 points on the night for Dominic Nelson. Here comes Jake O'Neal underneath. Tried to get it to Jackson Green. The ball stripped away. Utah Valley is going to end up winning this going away. And it's going to be a long drought to end this basketball game. It's going to cost ISU their 7th loss. Utah Valley is not going to take a shot here. They're just going to run it out. And Idaho State, just 25 points in the second half, and that not scoring a field goal from the 6:13 mark to the end is key in this one. And if there's been an Achilles heel to this Bengal basketball team, there's been games this year where they have had 4, 5, 6 minute stretches where they